What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk to you about Opendoor. I want to go over some of the data points, what moved it, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So Opendoor had a phenomenal day. Went up 6.43%, 525 the high, 647 the low. So straight out the gate, it just started to really move higher. After hours, it is getting dragged down a little bit, and that's just because of AMD earnings. So they kind of flopped. So potentially that might roll over and cause a domino effect for tomorrow. So maybe some tech and AI plays will be red. But nonetheless, today Opendoor had a phenomenal day, despite them putting out any news. So today we didn't have any SEC filings, no press releases, a lot of articles coming out just talking about how Opendoor's options signaled that it was going to move higher. And in my opinion, a lot of those are just AI created articles, nothing really human about them at all. But I do believe Opendoor's technicals were one of the main reasons why we kind of moved higher. So I'll go over that near the end of the video. But today we were supposed to have Jolt numbers, but because of the whole shutdown, that did get paused. We did have a nice update midway throughout the day. So it looks like the House passed a government funding package to end the partial shutdown. So that's kind of a good thing, although I don't really see that being that big of a catalyst for the broader market. But nonetheless, majority of stocks kind of did move higher because of that news, as you can kind of see right there. So all in all, pretty good stuff as far as that. There was one thing that did come out though that I wanted to kind of share with you. So for those of you that have been in Opendoor for a while, you'd know when Opendoor started to really move higher, roughly around even at this price point when it was at like $4 or $5, you had Martin outright saying that he is shorting. And I feel like that added a lot of ammunition. A lot of individuals started to pile on and short alongside Martin. But luckily enough, he did smarten up. I think he still made some money a little bit, but he did exit, citing that there was a lot of upside. And lo and behold, it kind of went up because of that, or at the same time. Might not be any coincidence to it, but he did say today, I would not be short Opendoor for the long haul. Good management will do the trick. And this is something I've stated time and time again, that CAS is that very good catalyst that is going to push Opendoor to the next leg higher. And we've seen that with many stocks, including Palantir, Robinhood, where the CEO has a vision and he's very innovative outside the box, but it works. And CAS is going to be the same way. So in general, Martin kind of saying this is kind of the green light that Opendoor is kind of ready to move higher. Shorts kind of listened a little bit, so they didn't do that much. They returned about 80,000 shares, which is kind of a drop in the bucket, but still at least moving in the right direction. 15.38% of the free float is being shorted, works to be 120.35 million shares overall being shorted. Cost to borrow average 0.72, so kind of on the low end. DTC 1.46 days does signal that shorts are relatively overextended. Still see some signs of naked shorting, so there is more shares being shorted than on loan, so still kind of a sketchy thing, and that's been more of a common occurrence since November the 28th. So yeah, maybe Martin giving the green light might be a big FU to shorts and get it back down to single digits possibly. From a option standpoint, 3.4 million in calls, 2.6 in puts, 51% of all the options being done were bearish in nature. And this is how I know a lot of those articles coming out are not human created, because options, what they're kind of stating, didn't actually occur. Because even if we extend it over the last 2 days, like there wasn't a overwhelming amount of bullish options as what they're trying to portray. Rather, it was the technicals. So for instance, today we did have 479, the low. It did bounce off of this S2. So 480 is going to be a strong support going forward. Then 504 followed by 542 is going to be the next strong target. With us right now after hours at 510, we are still above this S1, so between this pivot and this S1, so just kind of watch for both of those going forward into the next couple of trading days. From a bull standpoint, you see a consensus for it to be roughly around 550 to 6. Bears are anticipating for it to be sub 450 to 5. A lot of big transactions did occur on the secondary market today, 10.1 million being the largest. That was done after the bell, 2.07, 1.1 million, 1.01. So a lot of big money getting involved with Opendoor, which is always a good thing. Dark pool transactions, the largest being 547. So there was a lot of individual transactions as well, a lot of whole numbers such as 100,000, 113. Those are typically hedge funds. So hedge funds were buying, and it'd be kind of a crazy type of turn of events if Martin actually bought Opendoor. So kind of crazy if that would be true. But aside from that though, on the actual chart itself, it doesn't look that great. A lot of stocks did hit that 200-day moving average today and kind of broke below it. So Opendoor, in comparison to a lot of other growth stocks, is actually doing relatively okay. So that's kind of something to take away. Plus, stochastic RSI is extremely oversold. So a good piece of news, you could see a nice push higher. So you can only imagine if Opendoor actually did put out news, how high it would have actually went. So definitely any stock that was green today shows that it's on big money's radar, because there was a lot of blood. Even NASDAQ went down as a whole 1.43%. S&P went down 0.84%, and that alone is the market recovering. There wasn't any new analyst ratings on the side note, and aside from just AI created articles, nothing really crazy coming out. So let me know your thoughts on Opendoor. Are you buying? Are you selling? Do you think that we are going to be seeing some lower lows or potentially even a test of that 200-day moving average, and that is currently sitting at 452, or do you think that we're ready to kind of move higher? One thing to take note of though is that we do see a lot more willing buyers than yesterday. So again, a lot more big institutions are setting some limit orders, creating some good support levels. So all in all, things are looking pretty good. Take that with a grain of salt, of course, but let me know your viewpoint. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon if you're looking for some solid buy signals on stocks, options, crypto. Put out daily day trades, numerous swing trades, worthwhile to pop over there and check that out. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.